Madam Speaker, I rise today to support the Presidential Election Reform Act, long overdue. As I stand in the well, I can still see the images of January 6, 2021. I can hear the gunfire. I can hear and see the directions of our very able Capitol Police to tell members to hit the ground. I can see the banging on the doors. Thank goodness this act will reform the electoral count to ensure that Congress counts the votes as required by the Constitution, including by ensuring that Congress receives a single accurate electoral count certificate from each state. No phony electors, as evidenced by President Trump's attempt to bring down this nation, requiring that the states select electors to accomplish in accordance with state law existing as of the last election. It will reaffirm that the Vice President's role at the count is ministerial, raise the objection threshold to 1/3 instead of one person, one member, and let the explicit constitutional grounds upon which members may object to a state electoral votes. They will list the explicit constitutional grounds. There will be order to the process. This is a democracy admired around the world. We must defend this democracy, and we are defending it by voting today on the Presidential Reform Act. This is what we should do, the Presidential Election Reform Act. I yield back my time.
For what purpose does the gentleman from California seek recognition? Without objection, the gentleman is recognized for 1 minute.
Thank you. Excuse me. With the 50th anniversary of the Clean Water Act, it is important to remind the Biden administration Congress did not give the EPA jurisdiction over every puddle in America, despite what they're trying to claim. The 2015 Waters of the United States rule was nothing short of a land and water grab that gave bureaucrats the ability to meddle in intermittent and ephemeral streams, such as the kind farmers use for drainage and irrigation. Under the 2015 WOTUS rule, the EPA could fine farmers thousands of dollars if they simply rotated from one crop to another on their own land without first gaining permission from a government entity. Then the Trump administration, through Navigable Waters Protection Rule, eliminated the significant nexus standard set by the WOTUS rule, which solved much of the overreach and uncertainty about it. The Navigable Waters Protection Rule clearly identified waters of the United States in 6 categories and made further clarifications of the definitions of tributaries and adjacent wetlands. So I was very dismayed when the EPA and U.S. Army Corps of Engineers decision to reverse the 2020 Navigable Waters Protection Rule and restart the rulemaking process around the definition of what is a navigable water. If President Biden were serious about helping farmers grow food to supply Americans and the world during this global food shortage, he would return to the Navigable Waters Protection Rule to give farmers certainty and then customers at the grocery store shelf certainty in price and availability of food. I yield back. I had to hurry that one.
Under the Speaker's announced policy of January 4, 2021, the gentleman from New York, Mr. Bowman, is recognized for 60 minutes as the designee of